Hello, I am Liz Kohler, and I help teach a digital marketing course at Northwestern. And I'm also a real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway in Winnetka, Illinois. And this is the fourth in my series on how to sell your house for top dollar and getting your house ready for sale. And today we're going to talk about the inspection. This is where a lot of deals fall apart, okay? Because either buyers come in with unrealistic expectations, or sellers are very stubborn and don't want to give on anything. So, sometimes, okay, let's just say you had purchased a great big older home, and the buyer thinks everything should be brand spanking new, like new construction. Or you really hadn't done anything, but you didn't disclose that in any of the disclosures. So there's a lot that can go wrong in this area. And you can get an inspector who is really nitpicky and gives you a list of 500 things that have gone wrong or are not working properly, from little handles to the screws on a window. So you want to have this be as seamless as possible. So my recommendation, and this is not, not every real estate agent would recommend this, but I would go ahead and get a inspector to come see my home before I prepare it for sale, just so that I know what I can fix, so that to eliminate as many mishaps as possible at this stage. So for a couple $100, you can get somebody to come through and say, and also you should know the age of all your appliances, from hot water heaters to furnaces to air conditioning units and so forth, and make sure they're all in working order. You don't have to replace them if they're 15 years old and on their last legs, but it would be a good idea to put together a list so that the potential buyer knows that you know that, and you price the property accordingly. So that's what I would do. So what does an inspector do? They come in and they're going to look at everything from all the appliances, the roof, they're going to try all the faucets. They're going to test the water pressure. They're going to, look at every little thing in the whole house and give you a checklist of what's working and what's not, and what's up to code, what's not, and so forth. So, as I said, it would be better, in my opinion, to do that up front as a seller and find out what an inspector report would look like, and take care of anything prior to your own. Obviously the buyer's going to come in with their own inspector, and you can say, look, I have this, and this is what the inspection I had done looks like, and I know that the furnace is on its last legs, and so forth. The other thing you can do is also, if you do live in an older home, you can get a homeowner's warranty, which will help the buyer. Basically the buyer doesn't want to move into a money pit, and they've just spent all this money, and then they're going to find out they're going to need a new roof and a new furnace and spend an additional $30,000 on things. So that is why a lot of these older homes are having a hard time selling, because they're outdated and the mechanicals could, cost people a lot of money. So what you're trying to do is alleviate any worries on the side of the buyer. So this is not shouldn't be part of the bidding war and and in arguments. What you want to do is set a precedent, like this house is in, as good working shape as possible, and everything's been updated as much as I can possibly do within reason. In 5 years, you may need to do this or this, but we've kept up the house as much as possible. So I really think that in order to get top dollar, you want to make sure that it's all done properly. So that is my recommendation. And again, I'm Liz Kohler, and I work at Berkshire Hathaway in Winnetka, Illinois.